Well, everyone, and welcome to the second cycle of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? This is a 12-part series that we do every month in where we go from $100,000 to $2 million in $100,000 increments all the way up to $1 million, and then we wrap it up with two final episodes, one for under 1.5 million and the other for under $2 million. If you're interested in looking at properties above the $2 million mark, please reach out to me and I can help create a personalized search just for you. Again, my name is Cid Chacon and I am your real estate Sherpa here in the Baja Sur. And today we are starting off our next month, our new month, in the month of November, with this 12-part series. First episode, we're going to be covering what you can find for under $100,000. And I think I have some really great information to share with you, especially because last month we had a chance to discover that there were only 5 properties under the $100,000 price point. And today we're discovering that there's only 4. So that is a 20% difference. You could say that there's 20% less than there was last month, about the same time. So that's quite impressive change for the $100,000 and under inventory. The remaining 4 properties are 4 properties that we looked at last month. So let me share my screen and I'll recap those with you. Now, in the meantime, I'd like to remind you, if you haven't created an account at reloadabaja.com, I really want you to have the confidence to do so. The information that is asked of you, which is your name, your email address, and your cell phone number, is exclusively shared with me and my team and I, so that we can reach out to you in a timely fashion and answer all your questions and doubts, and hopefully help you determine whether or not owning in Mexico, and specifically in Baja California Sur, which is the southernmost state of the Baja Peninsula, is right for you or not. If you determine that it's not, that's okay. We're very proud to be part of your conclusion. And ultimately, if you discover that it is, we're happy to make sure that every step you take is a solid one in your journey to finding that ideal property. Now, in this series, ideally, we want to share with you how to make use of the MLS search function on your free account at reloadabaja.com. So again, go to reloadabaja.com, create your account if you haven't already. If it asks you to log in, just use the same email address that you did to create your account and your password. If you forgot your password, tell it that you forgot your password. It'll walk you through the process to create a new one, and then hit the property search function right here and it'll take you to this page. Now, once we're here, what we're doing for today's search in these fields, we're going to leave this completely wide open. We're not going to pick any selected curated area. Under the price point, we're going up to $100,000, any number of beds, any number of baths. We're searching exclusively in houses and condos. And under the More tab, we are not touching a thing. We're leaving it completely wide open. We want to see everything that's available. And in doing so, we discover that there's only a total of 4 results. These 4 properties are properties that we looked at last month, -1. Again, that's your 20% difference in inventory. So it's interesting to see that we are seeing buyers movement, okay? Many can argue that currently we're experiencing, for the first time ever in our market, under $1 million, an actionable buyer's market. And I say that it's our first time ever actionable buyer's market because historically it's always been a seller's market, except for one time. And that was shortly after the 2008 market crash with the mortgage industry. We discovered that the conditions were there for a buyer's market, but it wasn't really actionable. No one was really moving money. No one was really making any purchases for a short period of time thereafter. So what can I tell you? With that said, Los Cabos has always been a cash market, primarily purchasing, especially for you, the Canadian and Americans that are looking to purchase here in the Baja. There's less than a handful of financing options available to you. If you want to know more about financing your purchase here in the Baja, please reach out to me. Again, my name is Cid Chacon, and I'm here to help you determine what is the best path to take to reach your goal. So let's take a look at this property. So this is located in San Jose del Cabo, just along the foothills of San Jose, uh, up along the toll road 1D that heads to the International Airport of San Jose del Cabo. So this is the hotel zone, the main hotel zone right here, and the International Airport is located right here. So when you arrive into town, most of you are likely taking the toll road and you are headed directly to San Jose Hotel Zone right about here. Some of you might be taking this bridge and heading over to Puerto Los Cabos right here, or even going towards the East Cape. And others may be taking Highway 1 down the tourist corridor headed towards Cabo San Lucas, right? This property sits exactly right in the smack dab middle of the toll road between San Jose and the International Airport, right up along the foothills, right here in this gated community. Well, maybe not be gated, but definitely it is a developed community right here. Let me show you an example. So these are all buildings, condominiums. We're looking at a total of 12 condo buildings, 12 condos per building. Let me rephrase that. Beautiful little park right here. Nice little soccer field to play at. Great place to walk the dogs, have fun with the kids. This is mostly a high density rental. I doubt that it will work for for Airbnb and vacation rentals, but definitely if you're looking for an investment under $100,000 and you want to be able to rent it out, something like this will likely rent out for about 600 to $700, and that puts you very close to that famous 1% per month return on investment that you're looking for in a rental. So it could be a very good property. Your only expenses on something like this, I doubt that there's an HOA, although it does say HOA monthly. Um, it doesn't tell us what it is. We'd have to confirm what it is. If it is, it's very low. You could likely, because again, you're going to maybe have at most a security guard, the common areas for water on the park, maybe some electricity. And between all of these homes here, as you can see, it could easily be reduced considerably. So again, between the HOA, which is likely under $100 a month, and your property taxes, which on a property like this will likely come in at close to about $120 on the high end for the year. And this is before we even consider the discount that is offered to you when you pay in January. Here in the Los Cabos municipality, you do get a discount of about 20% if you pay in January, 15% in February, 10% in March, and then no discount after that. And here's what's interesting for you folks, if you don't know this, aside from that discount that's offered in the first 3 months, you can pay it on a bi-monthly or every 2 month basis. It doesn't have to be paid all at once at the beginning of the year. And there's no penalty for that. You're not paying extra because you chose to do that. It just is. So it's a great way to manage your cash flow, I suppose, if you're interested in doing it that way. But most of you, I'm sure, would opt to take advantage of that discount in January. All right, 2 bedrooms, 1 full bath, 583 square feet for 64,900. Live or invest in one of Los Cabos' most promising areas. This cozy third-floor condo offers 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, private parking, and public deed. Well, obviously, with a unique price of 1.2 million pesos. And that's another thing, guys. If you're negotiating in pesos, you may be able to have an advantage there on the exchange rate. When we work with our friends over at MexEdge, George and the team will help you get the best buy rate with the lowest spot fees, or spot rates, if you wait, the highest spot rates in that respect. So you get a better. Most banks are going to charge you about 2% on the exchange. In this example, you're paying about 1.5%. So you're getting a better exchange rate up front right off the bat, and then you can get what are called forward points. Now, in a purchase like this, which will likely close if you're a U.S. or Canadian citizen within a 3 month window, you're not going to really experience that much forward points. That really is something that you would look forward to in a pre-construction situation, right? But that said, if you did take advantage of forward point scenario, you would potentially earn up to 5% on that exchange rate, which is great. So if you, for example, were going at a 20 to 1 exchange rate, you'd end up at a 21 to 1 exchange rate at the end of 1 year, which is really, really great a way to hedge those exchange rates variables. Let's go on to the next one. So this property, another one that we saw last month, is on the way to the Los Barriles, or closer the La Ribera area, located in between the San Jose International Airport and La Ribera, as you can see right here. Again, this is where the international airport is of San Jose. And if you were interested in going to La Ribera right here, which is where the new Four Seasons resort, Los Cabos at Costa Palmas, or the Los Barriles area, which is about an hour and a half away from the San Jose International Airport, you would find yourself passing by the little town of Miraflores. Now, this little town, there's lots of water here. And what I mean by, because you're so close to the mountains, there's lots of well water here, which is great for farming. As you can see, some of the farmlands around here in the surrounding areas, all this little farmlands right here. And what that means to you is that, well, you can almost have like your own mini tiny little hacienda place, right? I don't know, grow some organic foods and whatnot on your property. The lot size is pretty nice on this property because that's really what you're buying here on this little lot for $81,000. I doubt that you're going to really use this as a vacation rental or even as a long-term rental. This is for someone who it's a special property for someone that is really kind of looking to have that rural experience and live out, in a nice quiet area and not too far from San Jose del Cabo. Frankly speaking, you can get all of your shopping done, load up on groceries. There's great supermarkets just as you pass the international airport on Highway 1. And what you're looking at right here at 18.5, 740 square meter lot is what you're looking at right here. 740 square meter lot is a good size lot. What can I tell you? It is under an acre, a quarter of an acre, but it's a very good size lot for you to be able to enjoy your property, maybe do some gardening on site. Like I said, grow your own food, have some chickens. I don't know, right? But that's a great little place. Let's move on to the next one. Now we're talking about two properties that are in La Paz. And both of these, this one here in particular, is on the north end of La Paz. This is a very up and coming area, especially amongst expatriates. It is very close to the famous Malecon, which is the boardwalk that seems to go on for miles in La Paz right here. And this property right here, what you're really buying is the location and the lot itself, because the property does need some work to expand on. Now, I've mentioned this in the first episode where we showcased this property, but what I would do here with something like this is I would reinforce it so that I can add a second floor. You could have, if you wanted to do rental with this one, you really could. You could prepare the bottom floor for one unit and then the second floor for another unit. The bottom floor has a backyard, so it can service exclusively the ground floor condo unit, and then above, the second floor condo unit could have its own rooftop deck or turn it into a two-story home, right? Again, by doing the two separate units, you could have space for two cars as well. I mean, clean this all up and it'll be really nice. This is a changing, up and coming neighborhood in the La Paz area, and it's a great opportunity for investment. And even if you rented this out to locals, again, cleaning this up, putting on that second floor, rent this out to locals, I believe you could get maybe about 16,000 pesos a month, which is close to $800 a month in exchange rates. For a 2-bedroom, 1-bath on the ground floor, you put another 2-bedroom, 1-bath upstairs as well. And you could rent that out, and get your famous 1% per month on a property like this. All right, let's move on to the final property of the four. Again, located in La Paz. This one's more in the downtown area of La Paz. Right in the heart, really. Boom. right in the heart of La Paz. And what you see right here is these main arteries. And so the location of this property is excellent because it'll really get you to wherever you want to go in the La Paz area. This is some of the better shopping, if you would, where you find the shopping malls, the car dealerships. There's even a casino here. Soriana Ipet is right here as an example. This is the main road that leads you out of town and towards Todos Santos as well. Or you can take this road here and it'll take you north uh, to areas like Loreto and whatnot. So it is strategically located, not too close to the Malecon, but from here you can get to everywhere, right? Let's take a look at this one. Now, as you can see, this is something of a project. 77,500. This is the neighborhood that it's found in. Very central neighborhood. I look at this as a fixer upper, and you could definitely fix this up and rent it out long term. And you really would be surprised. The cost of labor here is very inexpensive. You don't have to do a lot of work. I mean, you can easily finish that up with plaster walls, smooth it out completely. That would change the entire interior with some nice plaster walls. Get that work done, repaint the outside, finish off the kitchen. It doesn't take a lot, truly. And with labor costs and materials, I mean, it really depends on you what kind of finishes you want to do. I would keep it simple, the famous keep it simply simple, and it would look really good. It looks like obviously you can do 2 stories because it does have 2 stories. Maybe even do a little rooftop up there. That's up to you. All right, let's take a look at this. Golden opportunity for sale, fixer upper house on Mandarina Street, Colonia Domingo Carballo, Felix. Just 2,297 feet from Plaza Forjadores. So that is expressing that you're very close to shopping. Let me see here. Yeah, so they're basically not offering financing, is what they're trying to say right here. Great potential to remodel and enjoy, sell, or rent, located in a part of the city with high demand for housing. Yeah, I would agree. This is a great little investment. Turn it around. And again, you're looking at that 1% return on investment. We could probably negotiate the price on this a little bit. And with the difference there, you could fix it up. Like I said, you'd be surprised. It's not going to take a lot of money to fix this up. And you could turn around and get your famous 1% per month, if not really right pressed up close to it. Okay. All right. Well, that covers our very first episode of Cycle 2 of our series. Can I find something I love within my budget? This is what there is for under $100,000. There's not a lot, guys. And frankly speaking, if this is something that entices you, I encourage you to hurry up because we looked at last month 5 properties. These are the remaining 4 of those same 5. There is no new inventory under the $100,000 price point, and at this juncture. So yeah, what can I tell you? It's moving at a 20% rate at the moment. If that maintains, then we're looking at one less property under the $100,000 next month, which may be true. Let's see what happens, and join us next month as we do Cycle 3, first episode for properties under 100,000. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this short episode, only 20 minutes long. Most of them tend to go about an hour because there's so many properties in the different price points. So look forward to seeing you on the next one. I'd love to share more with you, but I don't know if you're following. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and, of course, the notification bell so you don't miss out on any. Later today, we're going to be doing the Hot Sheet Live. So look out for that one as well on YouTube. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.